Hi, I'm Nicky T, paintball professional. So today on Truternology Meets, I'm joined by Aco Amir, the president of the newly formed Middle East Paintball Federation, or MEPBF as it's better known. Welcome, Aco, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm pretty good, having a rainy day in Barcelona at the moment and just sitting to talk to you.
I'm excited because this is it's pushing some boundaries. It's educating the viewers that paintball is played in, a variety of different places throughout the world. And even from a personal perspective, I've never played paintball in the Middle East. And, I've probably traveled more than most, I'm fortunate enough to say. So can you give us a bit of background about paintball in the Middle East? How has it evolved and where are you now?
Okay, so if I want to give you more information about paintball in Middle East, I need to go back to my team when I was playing paintball like many years ago. It was like 15 years ago, and it was Dutchess, which is a well-known team all around the world. I think most of the people, they know this team, but and for many years in the big continent of Asia, Malaysia was, and I think still they are the biggest country. I mean, they are kind of the hub of the paintball in Asia. So Dutchess is the most overall champion team in Asia. So I would say that we have like really talented players. Whole Middle East, especially in Iran. Iranians are in love with paintball. They do play paintball in different level, I would say. And to be honest, I can tell you that we have a couple of players that had luck that they were born in Iran. Otherwise, if, for example, they were born in the US or in Europe, they could play in like a top league, like in a really good team. But unfortunately, they're playing paintball in Iran and they don't have a chance to play in top leagues. And at the moment for them, for most of the people, not Iranians, most of the other countries, it's like really tough to get the visa even to attend to the NXL Europe teams. So, but paintball is big over there. We have too many players that are playing paintball, and that makes me happy because we have a lot of players that they play tournament level. And they love a tournament style. They don't like the jungle games or skirmish games or something like that. They do love to play tournament games. They spend a lot of money to travel to attend to, for example, NXL Asia or before that PAL series that we had. And even, for example, for Iranian, last 3 years they were playing a league called Palm, which unfortunately we haven't heard from them this year. And I have no idea if they're going to have any tournament this year. Okay. So for them was a good chance to play in Palm, but unfortunately, nothing so far.
Okay, so really it's a case of opportunities so far are actually quite limited, and that consequently limits how the players develop and how paintball is played in the Middle East to some extent.
True. That's it. It's really, unfortunately, they don't have a chance to go to all the tournaments. It's costly. It's really costly for them. And at the other hand, what I was telling you before is that all the, for example, European tournaments or even NXL Asia, they are not scheduled for people in the Middle East. For example, European games are not really scheduled for all Asia, I would say. Players. They cannot. For example, next 10 days we have NXL Amsterdam, the last event. And for most of the people, it's not really easy to travel from Asia at this time of day. But I understand because most of the majority of the players are in Europe. Americans, we have we have too many players in America, but they play their own league. They don't travel normally to come to Europe. But players in Europe, they're used to it. They travel a lot to the other countries to play.
Is the culture in Middle East paintball for players to travel, or do they prefer to attend events in their home nation?
They can travel as long as they can get the visa. Yeah, they don't have a problem. They love to travel.
Right. I mean, this is one of those kind of challenges that I think European and American players don't always appreciate. The visa side of things, is it a case of you need a visa to go anywhere in the Middle East, or is it a case of you need a visa to come to Europe?
To come to Europe.
Right. So
for example, no, at this moment, even for example, one Iranian guy who wants to travel even to Emirates, to UAE, to Kuwait, to Qatar even. I mean, at the moment, no, Qatar, no, you can fly, but it's changing. It's every day it's political things, and every day it's changing. But even if an Iranian guy wants to travel to Emirates, they have to apply for the visa.
Wow. And obviously, that's additional costs as well as the hassle.
Yeah, not that much, but they have to pay for it. Even if you want to travel to Europe, you have to pay like 60, 80 euros just for the visa.
Right.
And at the others, just the cost of the visa, sometimes you have to go to the embassy, you have to spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
Just killing your time, killing your life, and that's not easy.
Sure.
And at the end, it's like a gamble. It's possible you get it, and they can simply tell you that no, you cannot do it.
Flipping things around, have you seen any European American players come and play Middle East events on a regular basis?
Yeah, not really. I mean, we had one event, Palm Series, but with different organization, like many years. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2008.
Yeah.
Not 2008, but 2010. We had one Palm event in Quiche Island.
Okay.
And which, at the time, was easier to get the visa to get into the Quiche Island than the country that you wanted.
Right.
So for example, we had Oliver Lang, Nicky Cuba, a lot of Die players at the moment.
Was that
the Ironman? Yeah.
The Ironman came and played?
Yeah, they came and they played, and they won actually. We played, Dotties, we played the final against them and we lost.
Right.
So we had Tonton at the same event. They flew to Iran. But not Iran, I mean the Quiche Island, but it's part of the Iran, but at the time was easier to get the visa. And at the moment, no. The problem is that we don't have that much, let's say, international games. We don't have it. We have local games. I mean, the biggest event for last 3 years in Middle East was in Iran called Palm, which this year, unfortunately, we haven't heard. I don't know why. I have no idea why they don't have the event anymore.
Sure.
We supposed to have another tournament called IXL, which unfortunately they called it off like a week ago. Local, I would say. And
would that have been Iranian Expo League, presumably?
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Iran. And they had like beautiful plans. They had like really, really beautiful plans. They were fighting for it, but unfortunately, the association called it off.
Okay.
For their own reason. In the other countries, no, we don't have that much event. Which part of the MEPBF? I mean, to explain the MEPBF job, we are part of the UPP, and our job is to deal with international games. We are not dealing with clubs. I mean, this is not our concern. So, but to have more players, we need more events. I mean, the first thing in the paintball you need is more players. So what we are doing right now, part of the MEPBF job is that we are trying to promote all the events in Middle East, no matter what, in which country. It can be in Iran, whatever.
Right.
Wherever they want.
Could you educate us as to which countries are included in the MEPBF?
At the moment, 6. We have Kuwait, we have Qatar, we're talking with Emirates, we have Bahrain also, we talk to people in Bahrain.
Okay.
Unfortunately, nothing from Iran so far, and if you want, I can explain about it later. And we have Iraq,
Okay.
And they are on board. They are 100% on board. The other countries, all of them, actually after one of the announcements from UPBF, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 weeks ago, we received a lot of emails from every single country. And unfortunately, Turkey is not part of us. They don't want to be part of the Middle East. They want to be part of the European side. So they are MEPBF member.
Okay.
And right now we are planning to have more teams. I mean, our main goal is to have more teams for the next year UPBF World Cup from Middle East. So what we are talking is that to at least have one. I mean, you know that there are like 3-4 different tournaments. Like for different ages and blah blah blah. So what we want to do is that we want to at least have one team for each, not each in general, from each country. In Middle East, we go there, and if we can have at least 5, I will be like super happy. So we will see. We are doing.
So in essence, this is really laying the foundation for the future growth.
Yes.
Now, it's very easy to assume that it's very easy not to assume to appreciate how you can focus on the tournament side of things and encouraging these nations to field national teams for, you know, Nations Cups, etc. Is there a grassroots approach as well, where you work with fields and you're nurturing who's coming into the sport in the Middle East?
Not really. We are not dealing with fields because that would be the job of the industry, paintball industry, to deal with the fields. From MEPBF side, we don't want to get involved in the business part. That's not what we are looking for. But, I mean, as I said before, the first goal for us, the first plan on the table is to let's talk to all the nations, all the countries. Let's talk more. I mean, first is the communication. We need to talk to each other to see what we need. I mean, the paintball level in Iran, it's obviously higher than all the countries in the Middle East, even than Turkey. It's like, I would say 5 times bigger than Turkey, the level of the paintball that they play. And even the number of the paintball field that we have in Iran is nothing to compare to, for example, in Turkey. We have too many paintball fields. But the issue right now is the communication. And what we are doing right now, we are setting up a small organization inside the MEPBF for Arab countries because they do speak the same language. Iranian, they don't speak Arabic. So we have our own language. Turkish people are not. But for example, Iraq and all the countries next to the Persian Gulf, they speak, in the other side of the Persian Gulf, they speak Arabic. So we need one small organization inside the MEPBF to connect them to each other so they can speak better. Next is that we already asked to all the countries that, for example, the IXL guys, they contact us. We said, we are super happy to promote your tournament. And to promote this tournament is it's nothing related to your association or something like that. We have part of our website. We want everybody to go to the website to read, to see that, what is happening in this region. Yes. So if one team, some players, even 5 players can fly from, let's say, Qatar to Iran to play paintball, that's a good move. Sure. So that is our main goal. It doesn't matter where is the tournament. It could be like in Qatar, in Emirates. It doesn't matter. They can ask us. We start to promote. We can talk to the industry also. Ask them to get involved. Something that it's easy for us to ask them to come here. We have a tournament here, for example. We are at a good point that we can connect everything together and help the paintball, help the community to grow. And that's our main job and focus. We are focusing on this part.
Okay. Have you had any industry support so far?
Yeah, we talked to ProShar. ProShar is helping, and for IXL, ProShar was really, really positive even they wanted to fly over to attend to the event. Planet Technique, same as always, they are the nicest people. I think they always help, and I think these two for start, that's enough. I mean, the American, because it was in Iran, the American companies like GI and Empire, they don't want to get involved, which I understand. is the
Right.
political. But I mean, British like Planet Tactics from England and ProShot from Russia, they don't have any issue, so they can easily. I mean, the first thing is that we are talking people. We're not talking politics.
Sure.
But I understand Americans that during these days, for whatever happening in Iran, they're not really.
Sure. I mean, so now that you are opening up the communication lines between players in these countries, what is the next phase? What's the plan of action for the MEPBF?
Later, what we are trying to achieve. The next is to grow. I mean, let me explain something else. I believe first we need players. Second, we need refs.
Right. Yes. I mean, great point. Because without refs, you can't have events.
Yeah. We already talked. We talked to Pedro.
Okay.
Batista, one of the famous head ref at the moment in Europe, and he's a really nice guy. And he was coming to IXL tournament.
Okay.
Sadly, at the moment, the IXL is not happening.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think there will be another tournament at the same date, but like local tournament.
Right.
But something that I want to just clarify is that it's not about Iran. We are not talking about Iran or IXL or whatever. One of the things that, I mean, let's say any tournament who is willing to just join the MEPBF, promote, and they are asking us to promote the event, and we will do it, definitely. One of the things that we want them to be more professional, close to something which is happening right now, like NXL. Right. NXL is the most professional league at the moment, all around the world, American side, European side, and also Asian side, which David Gucci is doing like a great job at the moment.
I agree.
So, yeah, and what we want them is that, okay, yeah, you're going to have a tournament. What else? What else we can do? We can call all the other players from other countries. Second, we need to have more refs. So let's have like a referee class.
Okay.
So we can ask all the refs to come and certify refs with the latest rule book. And we already talked with Pedro. Pedro's supposed to come, and I put the IXL organization and Pedro in contact to just do it. But unfortunately, probably next time. This time it's not going to happen. But right. For example, for example, as you asked, I mean, the second thing for us is to have more reps, professional reps. Sure. Then later they can also fly to other tournaments. They can be part of the, for example, NXL Asia or Europe. They can go there as a referee. I mean, we just don't need all. I mean, it's not the only goal to have players. We can send refs to the other countries, to the other tournaments. They can go there. They can earn more experience, and this is the second part.
Okay. So again, more stability and structure for the sport.
Yes.
In terms of teams playing currently in the Middle East, do you have what number of teams are there out?
In which level you're talking? Like a pro?
Right. Okay. I mean, I guess my assumption is that at the very top there's few teams, but I have no idea what's beneath them.
All the top teams are coming from Iran, if I want to say that. Yeah. And we have, to be honest, the only professional team in all regions is Dodgers.
Right.
And they play paintball in a different level.
Okay.
In a really different level. The other teams are chasing, but they're not steady. Maybe for 3 months they are doing great. For 6 months, even 1 year, but after that normally they don't want to accept that they need to lose to earn more and one day win.
Right.
So they come, they have this energy, they have this, they have skills, they have everything, but
sure,
they cannot stay together for more than a year. Sure. And after that, they will disappear. So that's why, but Dotsis is over there almost 15 years.
Okay, so
we have right now 3 teams. So if you want to say like a pro team, I would say only one team in the whole region we have. But teams that they can, for example, play in Division 3-4 in NXL Europe, we have easily 10 teams from all the countries that they can play.
Sure.
In Emirates, we have good teams. I mean, body snatchers, guys, they are good. They can play easily in Division 3-4. And Kuwait, we have good teams. They normally, but I mean, when I go to each NXL Europe, I see a lot of players from Middle East, but they're not coming as a team. They're coming like 2-3 players. They're joining the other teams to play, which is still good. But our goal is to have a proper team, like at least 6-7 players that they can stay together for 2-3 years to play paintball. So that's our main goal, to have more local tournament in the region. So for them, it's cheaper to fly, it's easier to communicate with the people.
Sure.
And anyway, from every single perspective, it's easier for them to travel, for example, to Iran, to Qatar, to Kuwait, than to fly to Amsterdam.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if there are players in the Middle East watching this, how can they get involved with the MEPBF?
Usually, I mean, players, they can just open the website and they can read the website, they can contact us.
What do you need them to do to help?
We want them to what we are, one of our first plans is to have like a forum, which we are working on it, to let all the players to get in, to speak, they talk, they write. So, I mean, as I said, the first thing is communication.
Absolutely.
We need them to talk to each other. I mean, as I said, like when we have 3 players coming from Kuwait to NXL Europe, so they can just join other players from, for example, let's say again Iran, that they can be together as a team and come to Europe.
Yes.
Not that everybody, not this visa situation, like half of the people can apply and can get it. So if they communicate to each other, if they know each other at least, which they don't. I go to NXL Europe, I see like from each country, I know them. I would say I know like 95% of all the players because like my working, I mean the working side, I know 95% of the players. So when I go to the event, I see like 2 from this country, 3 from that country. So if they had a chance to speak to each other, to contact each other, they could come together, they could plan, then they could attend to each other tournament in the area, in the region. That would help. That would definitely help.
Yeah, I mean, it's sharing resources and, combining ability, isn't it? To attend these events and actually getting that footprint on the global map for the Middle East. How can viewers from outside the Middle East assist? How can there's undoubtedly going to be people watching this who think, oh, I'd love to go and play paintball in the Middle East. I don't know even how to get started. In terms of, is the MEPBF going to be the hub for, if you're coming from the US, this is what you need to do?
Not really the MEPBF, but part of the MEPBF when we start like to have a forum. And when we give this space, for example, on our website, to the tournament, like let's say what we did for IXL Paintball. We gave them one page. They could write whatever they want about their tournament. They could ask. They could promote themselves over there. Sure. So this is a part we can ask other people. We have Facebook page. We have websites. So we can just share it all over the world. So people can know more about it. And that this is happening over there. But first thing first, we need to have the event. And we have to find a way. I don't know why, for example, this IXL called off. But first thing first, we need to have the tournament. Then we need to communicate. We need to promote each other, and let's start from somewhere. That's the point. But something else that we are doing, which I believe is really cool on our website, we are also giving a space to the photographers.
Okay.
To the media. So we have space for players, we have space for the event, also we have space for the photographers. Because to show sport, to show what is happening in Middle East, we need some pictures, we need footage, like video, like movies or whatever. So we already put it on our website that you can request as a photographer, and you can have a space. You can share your photos over there. You can show what is happening and whatever. If you want to just redirect them to your personal website, you can make money out of it. We don't care, but we can give you a free space on the website. You can ask for it. You can put all your whatever you want, your pictures. Right. It's a win-win. We can show the paintball. I mean, they're happening inside this region to all around the world, and also you can promote your job.
I think this is one of the biggest challenges. Viewing from the outside, what is the unknown of. I couldn't even tell you currencies that I would have in my wallet if I was going to the Middle East. Yeah. Being perfectly honest, because it's not something I've ever looked into, and I think it's sometimes a bit of a struggle because the paintball calendar is so full already that players naturally prioritize. Right, I'm playing NXL Europe, so these 4 events are my must-dos, and then let's see how the budget goes and vacation time from the job, etc. So, and vice versa for guys at stateside, is NXL World Cup, it's whatever regional events they have, etc., etc. And it's tough, I guess, for the Middle East to get a look in from the Europeans and the Americans because there's so much going on in our backyard, so to speak. Then throw in, the Australians, the NXL Asias, the World Cup Asia, and everything else, and you're between a rock and a hard place of trying to cram everything in.
Sure, but I will tell you something. I'm going to ask you something. Why do you think that why, for many years, Malaysia was the leading paintball in Asia? To go back to your question, I'm asking this.
Yeah, I guess because they had a very healthy domestic circuit.
Yes, and also what I want to just put stress on it is their weather.
Right.
So they could have a tournament at the month that we couldn't have a tournament in Europe or in America. It was so cold, for example, that we couldn't have. So, for example, in a country like Malaysia, which I was living there for like 3-4 years. Okay. So I have quite a good experience. So over there we had always the same weather. Right. A couple of months like more rainy, less rainy. So that's it. So the weather was always good. Hot, but always good. Right. Which we have it much better in Middle East. Right. In Middle East, in different countries, we have food for season. Food for season, we have like winter, summer, and exactly at the time that we cannot play paintball in Europe, we can still play paintball in, for example, Qatar. Right. We can always play paintball in Qatar. Right. And maybe people say that it's too hard or whatever, but you have to see that in 2022, we're going to have a FIFA World Cup over there. Right. So they know how to handle this hot weather. Sure. This is their job. They know how to do it. Of course. I mean, when they can control like 10, 15 big football stadium, for them to control one paintball even, it's nothing. Yeah. And can easily do it. And one of the reasons that we have MEPBF in Qatar, which most of the people, they don't know it, is because of the support of their government. Okay. And, exactly like what they are doing for FIFA World Cup. Yeah. I mean, you just need to go there and say that I want to have like whatever, this sport coming here to have an event or whatever. They immediately show you the green light. They start to talk to you and they're gonna help, and they are super positive. And that's the reason that we moved MEPBF over there. At the beginning, we were trying to have it we were thinking to have it in Emirates, UAE. Right. Then we moved it to Qatar because they are helping much more. Right. And so go back to your question. I think Middle East it can be a future of the paintball because we have a really good weather over there. We have a lot of things to see. for players who wants to travel. We have too many beautiful cities in every single country. You know, if you go to Dubai, it's amazing. If you go to Doha at the moment, the country, I mean, the city is amazing. Iran, wow, too many cities that you can go and visit.
Sure.
So yeah, there are many countries that people can fly there. They can see a lot of new things in their life. I mean, one of the difficulties for the NXL, or I mean, before for Millennium, was that they were just going to the same cities, same locations every year.
Yeah.
So for some players, I mean, that was one of the reasons I think that they were losing players, because still, I mean, we are not talking about the pro bracket, pro division, but the lower division, they still fly to have fun.
Oh, it's still a holiday with paintball for you know, like you rightly say, 90% of the players.
Yeah.
They're never going to make money playing. They want to make the best investment of where they spend their time and their money.
True. And actually, right now we have one tournament in Turkey, which even lots of Iranian are going there to play, and it's exactly like what you said. They go there and they are having like a quality time. They enjoy it, but it's not professional paintball. But they go there and they enjoy spending their money, their time. You know, most of the travel plan is to enjoy. It's not about the paintball.
Sure.
10% they are thinking about what we're going to do inside the field. 90% they are just thinking what we're going to do after the games are over, or where we can go, what we can eat, or something like that.
Exactly.
So for most of these kind of players, there are a lot of things to visit and see in Middle East that hopefully we're going to have it in there. I don't know how many years, but this is something that we are working on.
Well,
and we want to have it.
I like that we've done this, had this chat, and actually, you know, this is in the books. September 2019. This is where the MEPBF is at, and you know, let's see how future years unfold. Hopefully, this video generates some interest in the region, and you know, motivates players who are already there to get more involved, and also, you know, sparks a bit of interest in players who aren't in the Middle East to actually investigate what it has to offer. I mean, I think I need to plan a trip out there and just see.
Hopefully,
let the adventure begin.
Yeah, sure. And for all the people that are watching this, I'm going to ask you to just check on our website, the MEPBF.com. It's easy to find. You just need to Google it. And we have like 3-4 guys that are working on it. And we want to update. We want to put as much as news on the website, our plans, the future, or a lot of things. So it would be a really good help for all the people around the world to visit the website, to read about it, and to just get involved.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. Will you be in Amsterdam if any of the guys are out there?
Yeah, and most probably 95%, but the last day, only the last day.
Right.
Day I will be there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't have that much team. I was hoping that this Iranian girls team will come, but unfortunately they cannot. So 95% I'll do my best to get there on Sunday morning.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Aco, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Hopefully, I'll be seeing you in Iran soon.
Soon. Thank you, Nicky.